You're watching a video review by the TransformersMatrix.com crew.
Okay guys, Optibottom is back with part 2 of my video review of my Transformers Classics 2.0 Universe Prowl. Whatever is the actual official name is, it's retarded how long the title is. But either way, here's the figure. Really cool looking. In terms of his articulation, obviously his head will rotate a full 360 degrees. It's a little bit tight, but it does rotate. One thing that people have complained about is the fact that he has a giant turtleneck. As you can plainly see, this black piece here sticks out and it makes his head elevated higher than his body, which does kind of look goofy, but I don't mind it too much. His arms, because of the transformation, can bend like this. They will also rotate 360 degrees, but because of the wings there, you kind of got to be a little bit careful when you bend them back. In and out of the body on 2 joints. So you can have them, if you extend it all the way, you can have droopy arms like that, or what have you. Rotates at the elbow. They also bend at the elbow. The hand, the fist, does rotate as well. He does spin 360 degrees at the waist, and his legs will move back and forth, in and out, rotate at the knee, and there's also 2 points of articulation at the knee. One right under here, and one up here. So, really nice figure. I really like the way he looks. The design of him is fantastic. I think it's very accurate to the way he looked in the actual show itself. A little bit different, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose, right? And Prowl was always one of my favorite guys, so I was very happy to pick this guy up, and I think he looks really quite cool. He does come with a weapon, which, as I said, stores in his robot mode, and it just folds out. And again, the weapon, which you can't see, is pretty accurate to the way the cartoon looked. His cartoon gun looked very similar to this. I'll peg that right into his hand. And there you guys have Prowl. Really cool looking figure. I really enjoy the way this looks, except for this. Right in the back where the hood meets, I suppose I mean, you could leave it down like this, but then it creates a butt for him and closes it up. I could be doing it wrong, but I don't think I am. But really cool looking. He does have some light piping in his face. As you can see, there's a blue light pipe here on the back of the head, but I'm not going to be able to really show you that too well. He has his classic shoulder cannons, which are very cool. I think it's, again, a nice touch. I really like the way that these classic guys are looking. Really phenomenal looking figures themselves. One thing that I did not know that I learned by looking at Wikipedia, the actual face of Prowl is responsible for the Autobot symbol. If you kind of look at it, the design for the Autobot symbol actually came from the design of Prowl's face. So Prowl's face is responsible for the Autobot symbol looking that way. So I'm really happy, as I said, with the overall look of this figure. As I said, is very nice, very fitting for a Prowl figure. It's a G1-esque, very much so, and I'm really happy I got this. It's really quite cool. Now, to go ahead and transform it back, we're going to remove the gun from his arm, thusly. I like to go ahead and just bring the legs together. That's what you're going to have to do, and then tuck the feet away. Take the heels, put the heels back up into the feet, and take the foot, extend it back. Now, it will, as you can see, these are the feet. They'll be pointing outward, like so. Then come back here, fold back the hood, lift the torso up so he is now positioned thusly. Take the head, go ahead and lift that back, fold it under, position his head, just put his head right back under there. Now his shoulder cannons, you got to be a little bit tricky, or you got to be a little bit careful with these. When you fold those back and then you extend them, you have to make sure that you push them down at the joint. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. in there. So now that they're angled back, it's the best way to get them to fit in there. So you have it like that, and then just push up towards the hood, push the shoulder cannons up towards the hood, so now they're running along the upper part, if that makes sense, guys. Go ahead and take the arms, make sure you get these wings kind of sort of out of the way. Swivel the arms up and tuck the arms underneath his waist area. So position the wheels on the outside, rotate up, hands on the inside, and there, now inside there like so. Now to get these doors in the right position, as you can see, there's a black piece here. The doors actually have two articulated points so that you can bend it out like this. Do that will help, and then you can twist the front fender section up, and you can now replace that to the front of the door, or to the door in the front fender area. And again, just kind of separate that, because you do have it normally like this. You want to just fold it out kind of to get it like that. Rotate it around. They do pop off fairly easily, but they also go back on fairly easily, so if they do come off, don't fret, you can put them right back on. And then they just peg together right here on the front bumper. And then at this point, all you have to do is bring the legs back up around. Now one part that's a little bit easier to do is if you don't peg the arms, or the door side and the side panels, if you don't peg those in and leave those kind of sticking out, you can bring the legs back up, line that up with the top section, go ahead and push these down to put those back in their place. And then as you can see, there is a white slot here, and it's going to be hard to kind of see, but it's just popped off. There are two panels here, as you can see by my fingers. Now putting that back on, if you slowly slide that back, you can line that up, and that'll slide perfectly right in there. I wish they did that with movie barricades side panels. Slide that in, ka-chink, put that nice together, hammer down, and there you have them. And you have the gun that you can fold right back up, and it tucks right underneath here. You got to put the back section, put the barrel pointing down, and it will load and peg in there quite nicely. I highly recommend this figure, guys. He is very cool looking. I do hope that they fix the paint applications here. I'll probably pick up another version of this with the better paint applications, but gorgeous figure. I highly recommend him. If you can't get him, find somebody who can, because he's one of the best. And I really think in terms of the scale of these guys, they fit perfectly. I probably should have showed you this in the actual other video, but the car modes match perfectly. So, sounds bigger. If you want to see a review on him, look through my videos. So, Ophthalbotomist, guys, and Prowl. Stay tuned. I got some more reviews lined up and planned. I just got word today that I did get my Leader Class animated Megatron in the mail, and I'll be picking that up tomorrow morning. So look forward to that. Look forward to my Blitzwing, my Alternator's Wheeljack, a couple other things coming up. This is Ophthalbotomist. Until next time, stay tuned.